Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we're doing a puzzle that I hope will take me slightly less long than yesterday's, where I made a mistake somewhere around the 26-minute mark and it took me nearly half an hour to find it. That's just painful to talk about that length of time. I'm hoping this video will be a lot quicker. We shall see, but not necessarily. Now this has come in from Akash Dulani, who is a great friend of the channel. He's been supplying us with puzzles since May 2019, which is 30 months ago, when we were doing a video a day, but some of them were with crosswords back then still. So Akash has been with us a long time. He's been featured, I think, 14 times on the channel. But he's got a new book out. Akash produces books of puzzles. The new one is called Where Sudoku Meets Maths. And there are links under the description field to where you can find his book on Amazon. It's just gone live on Amazon, and also it's on Payhip. You can get it there too. If you like this one and you like the idea of Where Sudoku Meets Maths, look up the book. You know, you may want to invest in it. Akash does a really nice standard of puzzles. They've all been test solved by Swaroop Gugilam, who is a top Indian solver. So we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to first of all mention that this is going out as we are streaming tonight. So if you've come here first, you know that makes you one of my favorite people. Thank you. If you've come here later, that makes sense to me as well. No problem with that. Thank you for watching the video at all. And if you've watched the stream, thank you for that. So we're on the Obra Dinn again. Now, we've also got our Patreon content, including the PBN Institute. There's still 6 days to go to get a solution into that. Although the Zeta Math Solve is now on the main channel. So Simon solving Zeta Maths, 2 truths and a lies on the main channel. And you can look at that. So loads going on, as well as the normal Discord stuff and all our apps and merchandise, which is going very well. I assume this is because Christmas is coming up, but I don't really know. And thank you for the kind comments about how amusing some of the logos are. Thanks to Jake Hemlock for designing them. Right, so this puzzle, this version, there are a number of types of puzzle within Where Sudoku Meets Maths, and one of them is different Sudoku, which we do sometimes on the channel. But the way it works is normal Sudoku rules apply. The circled number between 2 cells represents the difference between the 2 cells. So these 2 cells, whatever's in them, has a difference of 5. That's how the rule works. Do give it a try. We've got loads of given digits, 7 of them, 1 of each type. We've got quite a few clues, some of them quite crunchy high numbers, which is nice in a different Sudoku. But this was the first of the ones that took Swaroop a fair time, by which I mean not 4 or 5 minutes. This one took him 9.5 minutes. Now, that means it would probably take me about 12 or 13 if I flew at it based on the normal differential between our times in World Championships and so on. Oh, I should mention there is, of course, on Logic Masters India, the World Puzzle Convention and World Sudoku Convention are underway, lasting for a week. Do register there and give them a go if you're interested in trying your hand at speed solving. It can be fun. I'm not going to race at this one though, like a gas. I'm going to try and talk you through it as we go. I know I sometimes get accused of skipping over logical steps, but that's just my brain getting ahead of me. Anyway, let's give this a go. Do try it on the first link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. And there is an 8 difference, and we've got to know that for 2 Sudoku digits to have a difference of 8, they must be 9 and 1. The 7 difference, I mean, you can see this immediately throws 1 degree of freedom into that, but that doubles the number of possible candidates for the cell, unfortunately, so it's not quite so helpful. They're reduced there because of that 2. This 5 that I pointed out in the intro, that is actually very useful, because with 1, 2, 3 gone in the box, that's got to be a 4-9 pair. Then we're going to have, right, what can this be now? Remember, on a 7 difference circle, the candidates possible are 1, 2, 8 and 9. Well, here 1 and 2 are gone in the box and 9 is gone as part of that pair. So that's got to be an 8 next to a 1. That's our first full digit in the grid. That is reducing the possibilities here further. 3, 4, 9, 8, 1. So we've still got 5, 6 and 7 to place in box 9. I'm not really looking very hard at the smaller differences yet. I'm concentrating on the bigger ones because of the fewer possibilities involved. Actually, maybe it's worth looking in this central box, 5, 9 and 4. Now that difference of 5, well, there are quite a few possibilities. Could be 1, 6, 2, 7 or 3, 8. However, a difference of 3 is harder to do. The digits could come from either side of the 4. The 4 and the 5 by being 3 and 6. But actually, I don't think anything else works. If you used 1, 2 or 3, if you used 1 or 2, you'd crash into 4 and 5. If you used 7 and 8, you'd similarly crash into 4 and 5. You can't use 9 because of that. So actually, that 3, despite being a smaller number than the 5, which has 3 possibilities, only has 1. That's a 3, 6 pair. Now, this can't be 3, 8 or 6, 1. I think it's got to be 2, 7. And then we're going to get 1 and 8 in these cells, but they can be resolved. No, they can't. I was going to say immediately by the 6, but that is not true. This is either 7 or 2. This one beside the 4 is either 5 or 4. Actually, they're not resolved. Now this 6 is seeing a 9 and a 3. And it's also seeing a 1, so I think it's got to be a 2, 8 pair. 2, 8, 3, 4, 9. So it's getting interesting. We've got 1, 5, 6 and 7 left to put in the row. 1 must be in one of those cells. That can't be 7, that can't be 6 based on those. Now what about this 4, which now sees a 1, 2 and 8. So it could be 3, 7 or it could be 5, 9. And that's going to use up one of the 7 and 5 in these three cells. Whichever combo is right there is using up either a 5 or a 7 there, or is preventing, I should say, either a 5 or a 7 there, and therefore putting it in this cell. Oh, which can't be 6. I've just seen that there's a 5 looking at it. So that becomes 7. That's going to resolve this 4. We can take 7 out of those cells. It's a 1, 5, 6 triple. So this can't be 5, 9 anymore and must be 3, 7. We can take 7 out of there. Do we know anything about the 2? It's got to be an odd number if it's connecting to 3 or 7. And it can't be 3 or 7 or 1 or 5, which is in that group of cells. So it's a 9. And that resolves 7 and 3. Next to the 9 we get an 8 clearly. Let's fix the 1, 9 pair up there. This, it can't be the high numbers. And 2, 7 has actually therefore resolved what it is. 1 there, 8 there. This can't be 1 and that can't be 1, thanks to the ones we've placed in columns 1 and 2. So this must be a 1. 4, 2 pair here is finished. 7 must be in one of those. Not very helpful. Okay, so back to the clues. We've actually filled in things by an awful lot of these difference clues. Now, a 4 there, so it can't be 9, 5 or 1, 5, and it can't be 6, 2. So it's either 3, 7 in that order or a 4, 8 pair. 1, 9, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4. This is a 3, 5 naked pair. Slightly rarer beast than the naked single. These two cells are seeing every one of the other Sudoku digits. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they must be a 3, 5 pair. That becomes a 2, 4 pair as a result. This has become actually a 7, I now see. So we get a 1 here. That puts 8 there and 4 there. Doesn't resolve that. But this one must be able to be filled in. Yes, that's a 9. And that's going to sort out the 8-1 there. We get a 7 over here, 2-5 pair here. This really hasn't been too difficult. So although my video is over 10 minutes now, I think Swaroop might have been kicking himself after this because there really haven't been any tough steps. So a very approachable different Sudoku going on, I think. I mean, I haven't finished it. I might be a bit hubristic there, but we'll see. 3, 6, 9, triple there. That one can't be a 3. This can't be 9, so 9 in the row is there. These are all from 3, 4, 5, or 6. That one can't be 4 and that one can't be 5. And I didn't fill in the 6 right. There we go. 5, 1, 7, 9. So 2 in this column we can actually work out has to be there. We can place what feels like it's almost the last 2 in the grid. Not quite, because we have an X-wing left in columns 5 and 6. Now, can we approach these at all? These all have to be the same parity because of the 2 differences, which is a nice trick. And they can't involve the number 7, given where it appears here. So they also can't involve 2. So it's either a 1, 3, 5 or a 4, 6, 8 sequence, which is quite surprising. Oh, look, it can't be 4, 6, 8 because this end would have to be 4, can't be 4 or 8. So if these were all even, and they must be the same parity because of the 2s, they can't be 4, 6, 8 because they'd have to be a sequence that can't start there. So these are odd. They can't have a 7 in. They must be 1, 3, 5. We can place all of those 1, 3, 5, and that's a very nice touch within the puzzle, to be honest. Slightly unexpected for something so elegant to come so late. Now another naked pair here. These two see everything out of 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 in the row and 4, 8 in the columns. So that's a 6, 9 naked pair. No jokes, please. So we can fill in 8 and 4 here. 3 and 7, 2 and 7, 2 and 8. This becomes a 6, 3 there, 4 down here. No 3 or 4 there, so we've got a 5, 6 pair. We can put 3 in. And this becomes a naked single. 5, 6, 9 pair at the top. We get a 1 here. 6, 9 and 7 to place here. Well, only one of them can be on the difference circle. So 6 there. That fixes the others. Row 2's finished. I can probably put in 4 and 8. And I think we are winding to a finish fairly quickly today. So certainly some time saved based on yesterday's puzzle. 5 and 7 here. And we are done. There we go. So really not too hard. And I mean that, as I say, that took Swaroop 9.5 minutes. Quite a few of the puzzles in the book did take him that length of time, but quite a lot were quicker. So it really is a book of approachable Sudokus. I think that is definitely the way to look at it. I have a number of the previous of Akash's books in my house, and I strongly recommend his puzzles. They're good fun. So thank you, as always, for watching us on the channel or indeed live streaming. And we hope to be back with you again tomorrow for a couple more Sudoku videos. Until then, bye for now.